Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Building a Nation with Team Canada. And today we're finally back with the national team after a month or so off where we did nothing but play with Vancouver. But we're now back, we've picked our team, we're ready for today's game, and it is another massive game versus our rivals. I mean, I guess you can call us rivals at this point, Mexico. Now the competition that we'll be competing in is the North American Nations League, and we are in Division A. It's 4 divisions. Let's check out the rules, just in case you've forgotten, not because I may have forgotten, because as you know, I never forget any rules or say the names of my best players or anything like that. I have a perfect 100% memory, but for your edification, here are the rules. Number of matches, 4 games, play each other twice. Okay. 12 subs, named, maximum of 3 used. That's good. Top team qualifies for the semifinal. Bottom team is relegated to the Nations League, where you would have to qualify for the North American Nations League Division A next year. So it's top team moves on, bottom team gets relegated, middle team stays the same. Okay, no problems there. So, where we currently stand, we've played 2 games a long time ago. I think we might have played them last year, but we played them quite a while ago. And each team, each Mexico and Canada, we both got wins against Antigua and Barbuda. So there we go. That's where we stand. 3 points apiece. We beat them by 2 goals. Mexico beat them by 3 goals, so they got the +1 goal differential advantage on us right now. But it's going to basically come down to these final few games. We've got to play Mexico 2 times and Antigua and Barbuda 1 time. So it's going to be an interesting schedule. But anyway, Group 2 in Division A, Honduras is on top, currently tied with Martinique, although Honduras has the goal differential. Both teams beat El Salvador. Costa Rica has already played 2 games. They've got 1 win and 1 draw. So they've already faced USA, got a draw. USA has only played that 1 game, so they're a little bit behind. Jamaica, Panama, and Guadeloupe have all played 2 games, with Jamaica winning twice. Panama 1 win, 1 loss, and Guadeloupe, 1 draw, 1 loss, and Guadeloupe 1 draw, 1 loss. Okay, so they each lost to Panama, or they each lost to Jamaica, and then they drew each other. That's mathematics, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's where we stand currently. We got to beat Mexico. Again, it's just a broken record at this point in time. We got to beat Mexico. Let's get to the big team, the national team, the senior team, and all that. Look at that. DC United hire Diego Maradona every year in MLS. It's just sort of a question of who's going to hire Diego Maradona. And there it is. It's DC United. Good for them. Let's go. Let's get to the game. I mean, you know this happens every time I start a new recording session. For whatever reason, it goes back a couple of days. Or at least a couple of clicks of the mouse. All right. All right. Here, we're back to the tactics screens. All right, I'm going to pause it here and get to the game. No more messing around. Pause. Okay, we are back. Finally, we've made it to the game. It took like 4 or 5 more clicks to get here, so not happy about that, but we're here. Mexico is the betting favorite. Even money. They come in strong form. We also come in strong form. They've got 3 wins and 2 draws in their last 5. We've got 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw in our last 5. Now, the last 6 times we've played each other, Mexico's won 4, and we've got 2 draws against them, so that's pretty good. We need to notch a win, though. Hopefully we can do that here today. Otherwise, we're essentially out of this competition. There's no way Antigua and Barbuda is going to beat Mexico. So it's basically we got to beat them or we're out. That's just how it's going to go. I mean, we got to play them one more time so we could maybe beat them then, but it's still. Anyway, big news with Mexico. Look at this. Guillermo Hoyos is their new head coach, 58-year-old Argentinian, formerly coaching at Atlas, took over at some point in 2021. That is an interesting move. Tata Martino is out. I guess he just didn't get the results. You got to face it. He didn't get the results that Mexico wanted. Didn't win the Gold Cup. Didn't win World Cup qualifying. You know, it's just unacceptable as far as any Mexican soccer fan should be concerned. But here we go. Guillermo, very good coach. He's sort of fitness and man management style of coach. Good motivator. Good judging of player potential. You know, he's just a very solid coach. Nothing you can say bad about Guillermo. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to have a new coach to kick around here, or at least to kick us around, I suppose, in Mexico. Do we know what happened? Do we know? Let's look at head coaches. Tata Martino sacked. Bam. After 3 years and 199 days, he was sacked. That's too bad. Too bad for Tata, but, you know, he wore out his welcome, I suppose. All right. Anything else going on? We are playing at Azteca Stadium, Mexico City. 81,000 tickets sold, so it's another sellout. 73 and sunny. It's an excellent day for football. I guess let's go. I mean, let's get to the teams, get to the selection, all of that stuff. So we're going to go with the 4-4-2. Got us the draw last time against Mexico. So, yeah, we'll stick with it. We've got a fairly recognizable team. There have been a couple of different call-ups, mostly on the reserves. We called up Mario Ahmed from Vancouver. He's a guy who's he's improving every day. He's getting better. He's up to 3 stars now. He's just the best. He's the second best right back in the nation. That's 18 years old. He's already that good. Daniel Henry's getting a call up. Julian Dunn, going to give him a call up. He hasn't played a ton for Toronto FC, but I didn't want to call up every single central defender from Vancouver, so we had to find somebody else, and Julian Dunn won the lotto. He's in there. Dragan Zlatkovic, our other fullback at Vancouver. He's now the number 2 left back in the nation. I mean, this guy, he's a wonder kid. I mean, forget about it. 18 years old, he's already 3.5 stars. Like, get out of here. It's been a long time since I've seen a North American prospect like this guy who just won't stop improving. Like, every day he's the best guy in training. He's got like 9.75, 9.8 in training like every week. He is a gym rat. Let's see who else we got. Mark Anthony Kay called back up. You know, we needed his sort of speed and versatility in the midfield. He's a little bit more of a creative force than some of our other midfielders, so we thought I'd bring him up. Jay Chapman's getting a call back. Balu's getting a call back. And then the big news, the biggest news that we've had in a while, since Tamori decided to switch allegiances from England to Canada. We now have his countryman, Liam Miller, has switched allegiances from England to Canada. And look at this guy. Left winger / striker. Very good player, 6'1". He's got some pretty good physicals. You know, nice speed, not tremendous, but good enough. Very nice, balanced mental. He's got some determination, some composure. Off the ball is pretty good. His technicals aren't terrific, but as far as Team Canada is concerned, they're pretty good. First touch, finishing, dribbling, crossing. This guy, he's just a versatile attacker for us. He can play very well out on the wing. He can also play very well for striker. He's just a tremendous signing. This is just a guy I've been after for 3 years, and we finally got him to make the switch. I think our jump up into the stratosphere in terms of our position with Team Canada in the world, I think that's what got us, right? Because Team Canada, let's see, where are we at? We moved up to let's go to the nation. We moved up to 47th in the world ranking, and that was enough for him to finally say, okay, I think you're a good enough team for me to join. Like, he was holding out hope that England would call him up, but at 23 years old, he hasn't gotten the call up yet from England, so I don't think it's going to happen. So there we go. 47th in the world allowed us to get him. Now, Mexico, look at their profile. They moved back up to 19th, so they've jumped back into the top 20, so they got to be happy about that. It says they're down one position, but last time we looked at them, they were like 23rd or something like that. So they moved back up. The world rankings just continue to fluctuate. But anyway, it's going to be a good game. We got some new blood on the team, some new exciting players and positions and all that stuff. So let's go here. Okay, so Mexico has changed things up. They've gone to maybe a more traditional Mexican style. Tata had been playing that 4-3-3. That's not really something I'd seen from other Mexican head coaches. So here we go. They got Gonzalez in goal. Hugo Gonzalez. Angulo, Arroyo, Montes, Alvarez at right back. Edson Alvarez, interesting guy. Looks pretty good. I mean, forget about it. He's pretty good. Gutierrez, Pineda's back in the team. Lozano back on the left-hand side, I think kind of where he belongs. Pizarro, Corona, and look who it is. First time we've played against this guy. Chicharito back in the squad. I guess he was in Tata's doghouse, but here he is. Chicharito, the man, the myth, the legend, the outstanding goal scorer. 52 goals for the national team. Yikes. Okay. Currently got the Mexican First Division just started. He's got 2 appearances and 1 goal. But it's been a while since he's played for the national team, so we'll see what that does. Now for our team, of course, we got Borjan in goal, taking the captain's armband today. Cabra, Romeo, Hakkinen, and Tamori. So an interesting defense. 2 Vancouver players in the middle, and then 2 of our excellent young fullbacks. Brim, Charles Anthony Brim, coming back into the squad. Another Vancouver player. He's got to replace Davies because Davies suffered that injury. Remember last time we played, and he's still suffering from that injury. So I wanted to bring Brim in to sort of replicate that speed down the left-hand side because he's nearly as fast as Davies. He's not as good, obviously, but he does have 16 crossing. He's still a very good player. He's up to 3.5 stars now. Just everybody in Vancouver is just improving leaps and bounds, so that's good. Then we got Norman, another Vancouver player. Arfield coming back. I said that maybe Gold Cup might be his last game, but he's still holding in there. He's still holding up. He's still a very good player, so we'll keep him on. Osario on the right-hand side. Of course, we know all about him. Hamilton up top because Cavallini came into this game not quite fit. He was only at like 78% fitness, so we had to bring in Hamilton and give Cavallini a chance to rest, and then David up top as our striker. So there we go. A lot of build-up to this game. Pep talk. Good luck, boys. Go out there and pull off the upset. Okay. Position instructions. Going to do our thing. Close down as we normally do and see how that works. Borgen's taking the captain's armband. Yes, I know I can rely on him. Here we go. Azteca Stadium filled to the rim as usual. Take a look at highlights. We should probably go extended highlights. It's going to make this episode a little bit long with all the talking we've done up till now, but we'll see. Okay, first highlight. Lozano gets one on target, but Borgen is there to make the save. We're able to end that highlight. Looks like Alvarez was offside after all. Okay. First highlight goes to Mexico, but it was just a free kick. We've got possession on them, or at least we had possession momentarily. Yeah, it's going back and forth kind of wildly here. 51% currently. 13 minutes in, Mexico with the highlight. Throw in from the near side. Pizarro back to Montez. He's covered there, but he drops it back to Alvarez. Pineda, Gutierrez. Keep it away from Chicharito. Good defense there. Hakkinen bombs it ahead. Arroyo's got to race back and get it with David on his heels. Gonzalez now under pressure from David, but Mexico does not quite care. Gutierrez, Lozano. They're going to restart the attack. We got a mega highlight. Big tackle from Arfield. Pizarro does not care. Jesus, our friend Jesus, who scored on us last game. Boy, Mexico's doing this build-up thing that they like to do. Hakkinen is there on the back line again, stopping the ball from getting to Chicharito. Oof. There's a wide shot there for Mexico. Didn't quite see who shot that. I think it was Gutierrez. But luckily, he shot that wide. All right, here we go. Team Canada get their first highlight. Hamilton wins the header, but Arfield can't get to it, and Mexico down the middle. You know, we might have to put Mark Anthony K in there. Chicharito! Oh, what a stop. What a stop from Borgen. And now Osario's going to start the counterattack. Gets it to Hamilton. Hamilton looking for some help. Cabra getting forward. He's got some men down the middle. He gets it across to David. There's a foul. Looks like David might have pushed. Maybe? Yeah, I guess so. Must have been a push on David. Hakkinen's played well on that back line. He's got a few key saves back there. He just got a yellow card. That's no good. Here we go. Jesus with a free kick. Dumps it back to Lozano, who's going to charge forward. Taking the shot. It's no good. Come on, boys. Let's pack that defense in there. I mean, look at all those guys we got back in the box, and that shot goes wide. You know, Hakkinen and Romeo have been playing well together in Vancouver. We're going to continue that partnership. Here's another highlight from Mexico. I don't like all these highlights they're getting. Arfield heads it out, then tackles everybody. That's fine. Brim is going to start the counterattack. Gets it to Hamilton. He's got David 2-on-1 on the back line. Get it to him. Come on, buddy. The defense catches up. He can't get it to David. Arfield is there, though. Norman, come on. Get it out wide. Out wide, out wide, out wide. Nope, he takes a shot. He had Osario open out wide. Chose to take it himself. 23 minutes has been a ton of highlights. Mostly for Mexico, but we've gotten a couple of counterattacks. Brim with the header. Norman to Hamilton. Here we go. Brim, let's see if he can use a little bit of that speed. He sends it forward to David. That's a good pass. David onside. David with the shot. Gonzalez with the stop, though, and we're going to win a corner out of it. I think we're looking pretty good. We've settled down a little bit, and we're starting to get some good counterattacks. Arfield sends one in. Not great. But Hakkinen's going to chase it down. Does he have anybody to dump it back to? Romeo. Oh, Norman's got some space. Out wide to Arfield. I thought that was going to be called offside or something. Nobody's getting the ball to Osario these days. There we go. Osario to Arfield. I don't know why Arfield's playing out so wide. There's a big foul from Pineda. We're going to get a free kick out of it. Does anything occur? Here we go. Tamori's taking the free kick. Sends one in. Oh, Pineda to Hakkinen. Gonna win a corner out of it. That's fine. Keeping Mexico pinned on their end is fine with me. No problems here. Arfield's gonna take the corner. Sends it in. Nobody there. Romeo. Back out to Arfield, who stays on side. His cross goes awry there, and we're going to have to reset. Is this going to be a mega highlight? Is Tamuri going to drop it all the way back to the goalkeeper? Yes. Mega highlight warning. Here we go. Borjan bombs it downfield. Norman wins the header. That's what we want to see. David back to Tamuri. Tries a risky pass to Hamilton, but Hamilton wins the header. Hamilton is open if Brim gets it to him. Nope. Brim loves to dive inside. They finally get it to Osorio. Osario's got Brim on the back post. Oof, I didn't think that was going to fall to him, but it did, and it looks like Gonzalez got a piece of it. We're keeping Mexico pinned. This is outstanding. Arfield. Nope. You can probably tell I did not work on our corner pieces, which I probably should have done before this game, but I kind of forgot. Anyway, throw in. Tamori throws it way back. It was a terrible throw in. Can't think of a worse throw in. Pineda with the shot goes wide. Okay. Please never do that again. Who did he throw that to? He didn't throw that to anybody on our team. Here we go. Osorio sends one forward. David goes the wrong way. Or maybe the pass went the wrong way. But either way, it didn't connect. Hakkinen fouls. Not going to be called. Or maybe they're calling advantage. Lozano sends a shot wide. The encouraging thing is we're winning a lot more balls in the midfield. I'm excited about that. You know, as Norman gets more experience, he becomes more of a dominant force. Because he's physically dominant. He's just got to get the skills. And as I talk about him, he gets murdered by Pineda, who races downfield with the ball, trying to get the ball to Chicharito. Nope, but Romeo is there. Johnny on the spot. Mexico's going to continue. More highlights. 34 minutes. Nearing the end of half. We're keeping our 0-0. Lozano sort of chucks one in. A little frustration I might be sensing from Mexico. Both teams appear composed. 35 minutes, another highlight. Mexico trying to build the attack. Maybe trying to show a little bit more patience now. Pizarro to Pineda, closing down on him fine. Alvarez getting through. Hakkinen though wins the header. Hamilton doesn't quite go for that. I would have appreciated a little bit more of an attempt at that. Okay. Good defense. We're staying in front of these guys, forcing them into bad shots. Throw in. Cabra. Boy, we can't even get throw-ins down. This is no good. Pizarro. Gonzalez. His shot. Borjan with a save. Borjan's going to have a million saves in this half. Mexico with 17 shots. Here they are with a throw-in. I mean, they get their throw-in just fine. Montez. Gutierrez wide open. Shot wide. Ooh, boy. Mexico's getting a ton of chances. David and Hamilton not playing particularly well. Everybody else is playing okay. They've got Hakkinen listed as a 6.5 rating, but I think he's playing a little better than that. Romeo, Cabra at a 6.5. I don't know. I think they're just sending passes downfield that aren't being received properly. It looks like we're going to get out of the half, perhaps, at 0-0. Yes. Okay. Not bad. Not great. 5 shots, only 2 on target. They've had 18 shots. Only 49% of possession, though. So that's strange. How can they have so many shots with so little possession? But I guess that's what teams could be saying about us for a long time. Anyway, I don't know what to do tactically, if anything. In possession, transition, We're regrouping rather than counter-pressing. We are trying to counter them, though, when we do get the ball. I don't see anything tactically we could do for sure. Defensive line is looking good. Pressing intensity. Don't want to do any of that stuff. How about opposition? What are we going to do? I think Gutierrez is getting a little too much space. Other than that, I think we're fine. All right, dressing room. Boys, Borgen with 3 saves. Let's be passionate. Pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. That's right. We're playing some good defense. We're holding Mexico, to 18 shots and a half. We're probably going to have to get Hakkinen out of there with that yellow card. But we got options, no problem. Cabra to Hakkinen. What a distance that guy has traveled. Arfield tries to head it on. Don't like this opening highlight here. Mexico's pinning us in. Chicharito! Near post. Gets the early goal. That is not anything what I wanted right there. Lozano to Chicharito. That's what I'm trying to avoid all half. Is those two guys connecting. It's their best players. Or at least their most dangerous offensive players. There's Lozano. One-on-one with Cabra. Just gives him too much space. And then Chicharito beats Hakkinen to the near post. Drops him down to a 6.4 rating. Here we go. Arroyo to Lozano. Is this going to be a repeat of our last game versus Mexico? Romeo with the big header. Norman heads it on, but nobody can get to the ball except for Mexico. Gutierrez is now being covered a little bit more tightly. Montez out wide to Alvarez. Jesus dives inside. Borgen. Okay, he made the kick save, but Tamori had to help him out there on the back side. Good play. Mexico's going to get a counter or a corner out of it. Jesus sends it way wide and out of bounds. That's fine. Please do that more often. 50 minutes. I think at the 60-minute point, we might have to crank things up a notch and go to the 4-2-4. We go. Norman wins a header, but we can't get it at midfield. That's just the frustrating thing about playing Mexico. Is that they win so many balls in the midfield. There we go. Arfield to Osorio. Let's go, boys. Gets it to David. He goes around the defense. He's slicing through the defense. Out wide to Osorio. Good play. Can he get it in? He does. Can't beat that Mexican defense, though. And now here comes Mexico on the counterattack. Defense rushing back. Nobody particularly closing down on Lozano. He sends one across. Jesus is there, but Borgen sniffed that one out. So Mexico going from offense to defense incredibly quickly. 55 minutes. Romeo with the free kick. Hakkinen to Arfield across midfield. Norman up to Hamilton. He's got Cabra on the overlap. Doesn't see him. Brim dives inside. Get it to Cabra. No, he shoots it. Okay. Brim is very frustrated. We could bring in our new guy, Miller. See what he's got out there on the left-hand side. Let's change our tactics. Let's go attacking. Okay. Confirm changes. Probably going to have to get Norman out as our third substitution. He's dropped to 69%. He's our most tired guy. I would probably rather get Arfield out of there, if I'm honest. think that's what I may do, actually. Oops, we got a highlight here. I was about to make a sub. Lozano. Moving in. He's too far open. Okay. Make a sub. Bring in Mark Anthony K for our field. Get a little bit more speed and range at that box-to-box midfielder role. I guess I could have moved our field down to defensive midfielder, but what are you going to do at this point? Pineda. Gutierrez with a big shot. We're giving up a lot of shots currently. But, you know, there's no point losing 1-0. There's just no point in it. I mean, I suppose we do have a second game against Mexico, but the 3 points is more important than, you know, giving up extra goals. We need to deny them those 3 points. If we can draw with them here, then we've got a chance with the final game. Mexico's made some substitutions here. Probably why their guys are getting so free now. Gallardo has come in. Jonathan Gonzalez has come in. Rios as well. So, okay. Now we can confirm those changes and play. So that's probably why they were doing so well against us. We didn't have the right guys marked properly. Here we go, Cabra. Norman loses it to Gonzalez. Weird slide tackle, but he loses it. Mark Anthony K sends it downfield to nobody. And again, Mexico wins it. Zano sends it in, headed out. Pizarro with the shot. Borsian with the save. Come on, let's go for it. Okay. We just can't generate anything offensively. It's getting a bit disturbing. Romeo to Millar. Here we go. New guy. Let's see what you can do. See what the skills you've got. Sends it forward. Tries to get it to Hamilton. Okay. We're going to go back to the 4-4-2. We haven't done anything with this 4-2-4. So, might as well drop back. Getting no better attacks, but worse defense is just not worth it. We've only had 9 shots all game. They've got 29 shots. 48% possession. It just hasn't worked. So I guess we'll take our 1-0 loss and go to the next game. Ball is cleared by Henry. Norman is very tired. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Can we get a late equalizer? Can we give the boys a shout? Demand more. Probably not a good idea. Here we go. Henry, 20 seconds overdue. Last highlight. Okay, that was anticlimactic. Very anticlimactic. And there we go. 1-0 loss. We weren't able to get the big goal that could have tied it up. But now we're kind of back where we started with Mexico, just sort of barely losing to them. There was a while there in the middle where they were starting to, crush us game in and game out. Now we're keeping it close. We just gotta, find a way to put it over the top. So there we go. Dressing room, I can't fault your effort, I suppose. Get out, continue. So up next, Mexico dominates the game, but only gets 1 goal. Up next, we'll, smash Antigua and then get ready for our final game versus Mexico. So until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.